Oh look, if you're cutting wood in the dark, you've got a light, just in case. Hey guys, Jeremy here. Today we're going to be taking a look at this mini chainsaw, which was sent to me at no charge for this review. And we're actually just going to open this up right from the very get-go, do a quick unboxing, and then show you how you can use this around your home. So first off, we got a good solid hard case, which is going to carry our saw in. We have our instruction manual, we've got some gloves, little wrench, and then we have an oil container so that we can keep our chain oiled. We also do have an extra chain and we have an extra bar, which is super nice because not all of these mini chainsaws come with a bar and a chain. So when those get wore down, you can replace those. And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So we do also have our mini chainsaw. This is a 6-inch chainsaw. It's going to be trigger activated. This is going to be your pump for your oil. And that trigger activation is going to be a lock trigger. So you're just going to push this button in and then pull the trigger. You're going to be good to go. It does also have a kickback safety device right here to cover your chain so that you do not get hurt while using the chainsaw in case you happen to get caught up on a limb or a piece of wood that locks up your chain. You do get 2 batteries, and these are 24-volt batteries. Most times these batteries are going to last 20-30 minutes. You do also have, oh, look at that. There's a chain sharpener. I haven't found one of these in any of my mini chainsaws that I've done before, so that's really nice to have. Just make sure that you're using the right angle when you are sharpening your chain. You got your charger, and I wanted to show you on this charging your batteries. So there's your hole right there, your charging port right there. Those are sometimes a little sneaky and kind of hard to find, so I wanted to point that out to you. Always want to make sure that you use safety glasses because when you are cutting your wood down, if you're trimming a tree limb or if you're doing some brush cutting, it's going to kick up some sawdust and you might get it in your eye, which is pretty irritating. So we're just going to take this how it is right out of the box. And we got a good battery, so we're going to go out and cut some wood. Now, before we cut some wood, I do want to show you if you needed to tighten your chain or if you needed to change your chain or to change your bar. I'll show you how to do that just real quick here. Loosen our guard right here. Just a quick turn there. Loosen that, and we can pull that completely off. Now, just be careful when you do this that you don't drop anything. And that guard should just pop right off of here. Just like that. Top safety guard stays in place, which is really nice. Right here, you do have a little Phillips head screw. Now, this is going to be your tensioner screw, which is going to loosen and tighten your chain. So once you loosen your chain, as I've done here, then everything can just pop off just like that. And after your chain is no good, you've sharpened it enough times, then you can replace the chain. You can replace your bar if it's not any good. And then it's just going to go on here on the back side of this gear, just like this. And then your bar is going to set right in these 2 little grooves. And that right there is your tensioner. Remember that. And that tensioner is going to go right in that hole right there. This little hole right here is your oiler so that you can keep your chain well oiled. And you want to make sure that it is well oiled or else you will shorten the life of your chain. All right, so this is how we put her on there. We get that chain around that gear and then we get our bar in place on that little tensioner knob. Now everything is in place. Put this back over the top just like that. Then we're going to put our screw back on there. Going to snug it down. And that's how you're going to either tighten your chain, loosen your chain, or just replace your chain, or just replace the entire bar and chain if you need to. As I said, we got a pretty good battery in there. So we're going to go out and see how well it works. Okay, so as I said, this is going to be good for trimming your low-hanging branches that have fallen off in a storm, or if you're like me, you burn wood for heat, and you got some pieces that are just too long to fit into the fireplace, and so I got to come back and trim them down. So usually I just use a mini chainsaw, cut these in half, and then we're going to be good to go. So these do have a feature on them, which if they get too hot going through a large piece of wood, they just shut down. Then once it cools down to normal operating temperature, then you're going to be able to use it again. So if it stops while you're using it, it's because it's overheated. It's not damaged. It just needs to cool down, and then you're going to be good to go. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try, see how well it does on this hardwood here. Now, one thing I will tell you, you see I got a little bit of mud on here. Your blade is going to last, your chain is going to last a lot longer if you keep it out of the dirt. So we're just going to pass on that piece there, but we'll get these other ones. Just in case. So one thing that you're going to want to do is after you've used this for just a little bit, you're going to want to come back and make sure that your chain is always tight. Now, I've cut just a few pieces of wood here. You can see the chain is beginning to loosen up just a little bit. That's perfectly normal. Nothing to worry about there. It's not a bad device. It's just something that happens when you're cutting wood. So make sure that you tighten that up, and you're going to be able to reach, remember, you're going to be able to reach that screw right on top here. And so don't forget to do that. When you do put oil in it, not only do you have your pump there, but this is also going to be the place where you fill your oil in and keep that chain well oiled so that you can get the job done. So if you're looking for a mini chainsaw, I tell you what, they're all really good. You're not going to be disappointed in them. Some, of course, are better than others. This one does just fine. Low-hanging branches, bushes around, trees that have fallen, or if you're trimming up just a little bit of wood for your fireplace, this is going to get the job done.